Hello everyone and welcome back to Genie Crafts. In today's video, we are going to do a Cricut versus human comparison where the same mandala is being cut by me, and I have also cut the same mandala using the Cricut machine that I own, and we are going to see in the end which one comes out better. So to set the parameters for this comparison, there are few things that we are going to take a look at. The first thing that we are going to take a look at is how precise the cut is. The second is how much time is spent in human versus Cricut. Third is how much effort goes into cutting with hand versus cutting with Cricut. And finally, the overall look of the mandala. But before I start the video, I would like to shout out two people who guessed correctly which one was made by hand and which one was made by Cricut. So congratulations to micro artist Gayatri, who was the first one to guess it correct on Instagram, and congratulations to Kirti, who was the first one to guess it correctly on YouTube Shorts. So guys, without further ado, let's get started. So guys, I'm going to show both the process simultaneously. The left hand side of the screen shows me cutting the mandala with hand, and the right hand side of the screen shows me doing the same work on Cricut. There is not much to talk about the left hand side, so I will do a little bit commentary about the right hand side. So unlike doing it with hand, you just take a printout and you start cutting. There is a lot of prep work that goes into Cricut. You need to upload your photograph, you need to define the areas that you want the machine to cut, which is right now I'm doing. So all the white portions that I need to cut out, I have to click one by one for machine to actually know that these are the areas that needs to be cut out, and this process takes a bit of time. Normally when people talk about Cricut machine, they kind of discount this side of the work, where you have to do a lot of prep work before you actually feed the paper to the machine. So a lot of time goes into that, and for the time comparison, I have put two timers at the bottom on both sides of the screen so that you can see how much time is being utilized for both of them. For the hand cut that you see on the left hand side, the paper that I have utilized is 220 GSM paper from the brand Paper Pep, and the blade that I'm using is Olfa paper cutting knife. In terms of comparison between the two, I have used the same thickness of paper, same brand of paper, only the colors are different, and the mat that I have used for my hand cut paper cutting for the mandala, and the one that I have used for Cricut later on during the video, both are old mats, both are used mats. So I've tried to keep the parameters as same as possible so that this comparison can be actual and real. This video is currently at a 2x speed. I didn't want to bore you with the entire recording, but overall the process for hand cut took me around 30 minutes, as you will see by the end of the video, and it took me a little less time in Cricut because the cutting of the machine is quite faster. But in terms of the results, I was happier with my hand cut, and I was not that happy with the cut that came out of machine, because at times the accuracy of the machine is not that great, especially around the corner. So where two lines are meeting, at that point there will be some undercut left, because of which the pieces will not come out. But overall the outputs were more or less same. Unfortunately, only 3 people were able to guess it correctly. A lot of people answered, but only 3 people were able to guess it correctly. The light blue, or the white as it looked in the photographs, was the one that was made by hand, and the dark blue one was the one that was made with the help of a machine. On the left hand side, you could see that I have started from the center and then I'm moving outward. Also, you would see that I'm utilizing some of the paper cutting tips and tricks that I have talked about in my earlier video also, that if you are cutting in a direction and there are multiple lines that you can cut in a single go, you should do it. Then you should change the rotation of the paper, and then you should cut them out. This way it becomes quite faster, and I was doing it as fast as I can because I wanted to see how quickly I could cut using the hand without compromising with the precision and the accuracy. And similarly, on the left hand side for the machine, I didn't have to worry about any of this because final cut was going to be done by the machine. The only thing that I had to worry about was to ensure that the areas to be cut has been defined correctly, which I did. And now you can see that we are starting the process of cutting with the machine. We have selected the type of blade, we have selected the type of mat, paper, etc., and we are feeding the paper into the mat so that we are feeding the mat into the machine so that the machine can do the cutting. If you will see, even though it is 2x faster, but you will still see that the cutting process takes very little time when it comes to Cricut, unless you have selected like very thick paper. In that case it does the cutting twice, so the time increases. So if you are doing this comparison on a thick paper, then definitely the cutting time of machine is going to be huge. But I have selected a medium thickness paper, so it cut only once. Since the mat was a little old, so there was a little hiccup. The paper came off the mat, and then I had to reinsert everything into the machine again. But even with this delay, the machine was faster by at least 6-7 minutes. It would have been more faster if it had cut more properly, that is, the paper has been cut properly, because in a little while in the video you will see that after the cutting is finished by the machine, all the pieces did not come off automatically. There were a few which were still stuck to the mandala on the corners and on the edges, and I had to manually remove, and that process itself took me around 10 minutes to. It's very satisfying to see the Cricut machine do the cut work, and it's kind of mesmerizing when it is doing the cutting work. And more often than not, the cuts come out nice. It kind of struggles with the thick paper sometimes, like it happened this time, but I have used this machine quite a lot for different kind of cuts. There is a whole design hanging in my room in my hall, which I have done with Cricut machine only. So yes, the machine is fast and efficient, there is no doubt about that, and like I said, it looks very mesmerizing when it is doing the cut. On the left hand side you can see that I am almost nearing the finish line for the hand cut part also. So I'm on the last two rings where after that cut I just have to take out the mandala. I didn't realize during the recording that my head was coming so much in front of the camera, so apologies for that. On the right hand side you can see this is what I was talking about earlier, that some of the pieces were still stuck to the mandala because they were not cut on the corners, and in some cases on the edges also, maybe because the paper was not properly stuck to the mat for whatever reason. So but even taking this time, the time that I spent in picking out the pieces, it was still faster than the handmade, and obviously it will be, machine will be faster than human, of course, but because of these little problems, the overall precision of the machine was slightly less than what it came with the help of hand cut. So the final hand cut design was much prettier to look at as compared to the one that came out of the Cricut. So this is one thing that I have compared with the help of human versus Cricut. If you guys want me to compare more things, doing it by hand and doing it by Cricut, please let me know. Do you want me to test out portraits? Do you want me to test out more complex design? Whatever you want me to test out, human versus Cricut, let me know, and I will be happy to post video on that. So it took around 23 minutes for everything to be done on the Cricut machine. As you can see that I'm still cutting with hand because obviously hands are slower than machine, and I'm at the last stages of the mandala, so it took me another 4 or 5 minutes to finish everything, but in few minutes I was done, and I was able to finish the mandala with the hand also. So guys, I hope this video was interesting for you. Not much instruction here, but I hope you guys like the video. And like I said before, if you want me to test out anything more in Human versus Cricut, let me know. I will be posting few things on my own, but I'm happy to receive your recommendations and comments as to what you would like me to test, to cut with my hand as well as with the help of the machine. So I will see you guys very soon in the next video. If you guys found this video interesting, please do not forget to click the like button and share this video with your friends, and do subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys very soon. Till then, take care and bye bye.